my name's Yvonne and I'm a UK Stampin' Up demonstrator, and I am joining to you with the Stamp Around UK video blog hop. And this month's theme is Valentines, weddings, engagements. So I've decided to do a Valentine's Day card. So this is the one that I've done. I'll just make sure you can see that. Bring it up to the camera. So the base is Bermuda Bay. The white is the shimmery paper. And I've used the embossing folder from the Fine Art Floral Suite. And then the heart has been cut out with the Be Mine stitch framelets. And then the Love You is from the bundle. I'll just pick out the bundle for you. It's the Nothing Better Than bundle with the Love You More dies. Right, so that is my card I'm going to be showing you today. Now, for this demonstration, I'm going to be using Calypso Coral. I wasn't too keen about doing the Valentine's cards in the traditional red and black and white, so I wanted to use some different colours. And I've chosen this one for today. I just need to get some paper out because I've just realised, oops, sorry, I didn't mean to knock you. Just realised I haven't got my shimmery paper out. So here we are, it's a shimmery white cardstock. I'm going to cut it down and then we can run it through the embossing folder. Right. So I'm just going to cut it down probably about 4 inches, which is 10.2 centimetres. I'm not too hung up about the dimensions because I'm going to be ripping and tearing this. So I'm going to cut it at about 14.5 centimetres. Right. And we'll get my die machine. So I'm going to be using this embossing folder here, which is a textured paint. So I will need, because it's a 3D folder, a thick one, all I'm going to need is my base plate and the embossing folder plate. The hinge goes in first. Sorry if it's wibbling a bit. And there we go, that's the embossed texture. Absolutely lovely. I really like this embossing folder. Now I'll leave my die machine there because I need to cut out the heart. So I've got my cutting plate, just need to pop the heart. So as I said, the heart is from the Be Mine stitch framelets, so it does a double cut and I just want one part of it. So I'm going to position it on there and just use some post-it tape to stick it down. Some people use washi tape, but I've got post-it tape to hand, so I'm just going to pop that in there. Right, we'll get this cut out. Try not to wibble you again. I've also got a fish tank on my table, and that the water rocks a little bit when I'm die cutting on my table, so the fish, hopefully the fish don't get seasick, if fish get seasick. Right, so this is the actual frame as well that comes out, but I won't be using that today. I am just using this part here. Right, let me top that to one side. Now I will start to build the card. Now the next thing I want to do is just do some ripping and tearing, just to give a bit of extra texture to the card. So I'm just starting here, and plus that the colour, the background card of the colour will come through as well. I'm just being a bit careful near the heart because it's a little bit delicate. I'm just ripping towards me, which is opening up the paper. If you rip away, then it closes up. Again, just being a little bit more careful around there. Now if you want to, you can ink around the card, but for today's purposes I'm not doing this. I'm just leaving it as is with the raw edge. There we go. Just get rid of my bits of rubbish. Let's start building this card. I did it a little bit smaller than I have on the others, but never mind. So I'm just going to put some 3D foam, some dimensionals here, about 6 will do. Get the backing off. And just pop that on there. Now with my heart, again I'm going to put some dimensionals on just on one side where it's going to be touching this part, so I want one about there, because the other side's going to be stuck down with the letters. There we go. Right, so let's go to the next part. I think what I'll do before I do anything else, I'm just going to cut the inside ready and stamp it. So I'm probably going to do it about 9.5 centimetres or at 3 3/4. Just need to cut it down a little bit on there, so maybe to try 14 centimetres. Yeah, that'll be fine. Excellent. Right, so we've done that part. I'm now going to stamp, and I'm stamping Always, and this is from the Field of Flowers stamp set. Now I'm just going to clean my block because I've been using it for a different colour. So for the squeaky noise. And Calypso Coral. Calypso Coral. Now I've got a feeling I haven't actually got Calypso Coral. So oops, I'm going to use my marker. So all I'm going to do is colour on the actual stamp. Just with the marker. Let's see how this goes. I forgot all about I didn't have this particular ink in my collection. But you get to see how to stamp without having the ink to match if you have the marker. So I'm going to press down and we'll see what happens. If it doesn't go, I'll find a different ink. There we go. That's worked out really well. I'm really pleased about that. Right, so I'm going to stick this. I'll use my glue. And just stick that in there. Just press down. Right, we'll go to the final part now. So I've already cut out some of the words because I want to do 3 layers. Now I've done this by using some double-sided sheets. As I say, you see I've actually done it in a different colour as well, which I'll show you. So this is double-sided sheets, but if you haven't got double-sided sheets, you can do it a different way, and I'll show you how to do that. I'm just going to put those to one side and bring my die machine in again. So what I've done is I've used some tearing tape and just put strips over the back of the Calypso Coral card. And put the die on there, and then I'm going to pop it through as normal. Watch out for the wibble and wobble. Try to do it as slowly as possible. And I just attach my die with some post-it tape, and there we go. We have die cut words. I'm just going to take that off. What I'm trying not to do is lose the backing, because if you lose the backing straight away, it's very sticky. Trying to position it in on your card. Oops. So I'm just trying to be as careful as possible, because there are some little bits that need poking out as well. I'll just move that out of the way. So there's your tip. If you haven't got any double-sided sticky paper, then just use tearing tape. Right, let's start. I'm just going to poke out the bits that I don't need. Just a little bits on here that need poking. And then I'll take the backing off. So this is the word with the tear and tape on the back, so it's a little bit, it breaks off a little bit more than it would do because you put it in strips rather than a whole sheet. There we go. Right, trying to get it off my finger now. Dear, and try not to break the word as I'm putting it down. Right, so I'm going to put you there. And then I've got the love, and again I'm just going to pop the bits out before the backing comes off. If your backing does come off beforehand, it can get very sticky trying to remove it. So here quite a lot of that has come off all in one chunk. Just a little bit. Fiddly, but if you haven't got any of the sheets, then it's a great alternative instead of actually gluing your letters. And just got one more bit to do, and then that's fine. Try and turn it round and not get too stuck on my fingers and not break the word and rip it or anything. That's what I'm trying not to do. But if it does happen, not to worry, because this is probably just the base layer that I'm putting on now. There are other layers to go on. Right. To pop that there. Now these are the other ones that I've pre-done, that have got the we're done with the sheet. So again, I'm just going to poke the bits out. I'm going to get some purple on there from the last time I cut it. It's that little bit in the white. Just be careful with your fingers, because this picker tool is quite sharp and you don't want to stab yourself with it. So just be careful. So by doing this, you're making your words dimensional, but it's not adding too much bulk to your card. There we go. As I say, if you're using glue, you'd get really messed up by doing the glue. I know it's a little bit fiddly here, but it's less likely to get glue everywhere by doing it this way. peel off straight because it's all one piece. Just a tiny bit that's not come off. There we go. And then pop it over the top. And the final one. There we go. And there is the card. Now I'll show you the other colours that I've done. So say this is the Bermuda Bay, and then I also did this in Highland Heather. Now if you notice, it matches my nail polish. This wasn't intentional, it just happened like that. Yeah, they are my Valentine's cards. As I say, you can do whatever you want, and if you wanted to, instead of using the white, you could do some blending with the blending brushes that we've got, and colour your paper first before you do the die cut and everything, or the embossing, just to give you a different look. So, well, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and this is my first time doing a stamp around the UK video hop. So thank you very much for watching. The links will be down below to go to the rest of the team's hop, and I hope you have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.